Hello and welcome to this video. If you're new here, my name is Mekka and today I'm really excited because I haven't been filming in like 2 weeks or something because I've been doing my exams. But I already did get something from my Black Friday haul, which is this palette, Azure Allure Palette by SOSU, by Suzanne Jackson and C.L.E. makeup. I don't know how to say it, I don't really know who this is. I think it's a British makeup artist or something, but it's a very beautiful palette. It's a green, blue and purple palette with quite dark shades, which I really like. It comes with a sleeve like this, and this is how it looks on the inside. So as you can see, it has 8 shadows and they're very deep and beautiful. I'm probably going to try to use every one today. But first I will go ahead and swatch these. So I will start with the 3, or I think I can do 4 at the same time. So this is how they're looking on my fingers. They look very nice. They look very pigmented this far. Oh wow, even the blue looks very pigmented. So here we have the shades Can, I don't know how to pronounce it, it's the city Can, Gemstone, Wave and Deep Sea. Okay, and then we have the shades Infamous, Kiki, Grape and Azure. So as you can see, the blue mattes and the green mattes perform really well on these swatches. I would say the purple looks a little bit sheer, but that's completely normal for purple mattes, so I don't think it's going to be a problem, honestly. And the shimmers seem to be super pigmented, so that's very exciting, and I love this dark blue shade here. So I'm really excited to get on with this look. So I think I'll just go straight into the look right now, and I did just apply my concealer and foundation on top of my eyelid as well. So that will just function as my base today. It's usually what I do. I usually use my concealer, or I just use my Makeup Revolution concealer as a base. I think I know what I want to do today. I think I want to go in with this dark blue and blend it out with the lighter blue on my outer corner of the crease here, and then I think I want to go in with the greens for my inner corner of the crease, and then I want to use the purple on my lower lash line, I think. So I'll just go ahead and use my Kaleidos S4 brush, no S3, and it's basically gotten to be one of my go-to brushes. So I'll just try to gently tap down the product right here. Oh, it's very pigmented. I do have a little bit of fallout. So it seems to be blending very nicely. I just don't want to blend it too much up, just because I want to use the shade Deep Sea as well, but I will just be using the same brush, I think. So, or wait, I can just use my Morphe brush. I have one here, but it doesn't have a name. I just bought it in a set a long time ago. So I will just use that one and take the shade right here, the shade Deep Sea, and I'll just take a little bit of product. They do seem to be very pigmented, and I'll just apply it right on top of the edge where I put the shade Azure. Yeah, it's not like the best transition shade because it's already so dark. So I'm glad I didn't take it that far up. But it does blend out quite nicely, I would say. Especially when you think about that I have a wet base right here, so obviously the pigments are going to stick to the base. So I think these are blending very nicely this far. And I will just go ahead and put some setting powder right underneath my brows now, because I have put my pigments down, just so that I won't bring the blue color too far up. And as you can see, this also helps just slightly blending the products. I will just drag it here too, even though I didn't put any shadows under here yet. I'll just go ahead and do the same thing on my other eye, and then I'll be back to put on the green shadows and the purples. So I do really think that these shades blend really, really nicely, especially for like being blues, and yeah, I'm really happy with them this far. So I'm just going to take this same brush, the S3 by Kaleidos. I do have to say that I did get it gifted through PR. I'm just going to take this shade, which is the shade Wave. It's the darker green, and I'm just going to do like the exact same that I did on my the outside of my lid, just on my crease. I am just going to do the same thing that I did on the outside of my crease on the inside of my crease here. So I'll just be blending them together, basically. And a tip when you are working with very pigmented shadows is that, as you can see, I'm not like going in and out like this. I'm just going in and out very, very close to the eye, because I feel like that way you can like pick up the fallout that would have fallen down, if you understand what I mean. So as you can see, I didn't get any fallout here on my other eye when I applied the blue shadow. So it's all about how you apply the shadow when it comes to if you're going to have fallout or not. Now I'm just gently tapping out the edges here. It does seem like this one is getting like a darker line here. So it is kind of typical that I do get that, because I have hooded eyes, so it's exactly where my hood is sort of touching the lid. So I'm not sure if that's going to... I mean, I'm always doing a cut crease, so it doesn't really matter. It's just if you only want to do matte shadows, then you probably don't want a line like that. But I will be going over it with the lighter green. And I mean, I do think that this still looks pretty, and you can't really see it if I'm looking straight forward. I'm just taking a little bit more of that green shadow, blending it into the blue, which went so easy. And then I will be taking my smaller blending brush again. I will just be cleaning it with my color switch. If you don't have anything like this, you should get it. It's so much easier to do your makeup. You can just use the same brush again and again with different shadows. So easy. So oh, it looks really pigmented though. I don't know if you can see. It looks quite light and bright. Blends out really easily. I don't see anything of that line I was talking about. I'm just trying to build it up a little bit. Since it's a little bit lighter, you can't like see the pigment that well straight away, but it is also super pigmented and blends very, very nicely. I must say I really, really love how like just the colors of these shades, I think they go so perfectly together. You can just see how easy the greens and the blues blend. And I just personally love colors like this. Like, look at how easy that was. Of course, you can just go in again with a blending brush to make sure it's a seamless blend. And of course, you can also just intensify the shadows you have by going in with the darkest shadows again. Just like that. Just blending. Now I don't really have much product left. So I'll just be taking the tiniest bit of the blue shade. I do see that there's like, maybe like a sort of a line right there. So I'll just do it like this. And honestly, I think I'm just ready to go in with that purple shade, Geek. So I just cleaned this brush again, and I will just be blending it into the blue right here. Just to like cover the little patch that I was talking about right here, I'm just going in with this tiny brush again with the dark blue shade, just to try and cover it up. Just like that. I do think the purple performed very nicely, and do bear in mind that I did set my under eyes really well. So this is how it sort of performs on a dry base. So I'm actually really impressed about that purple. And I do really like how it's looking this far. I think I will just go ahead and do the same thing with my other eye. I'm basically done with like the mattes here, so I will just be also adding the shade Grape on my outer side of the lid right here, and then I will blend it into the green shimmer gemstone, and I will just add that here, and I think I'll add some of that other purple, the shade Infamous, on my lower lash line, just to like use all of the shades. So I will just go ahead and use my matte, and then I will probably just speed through the application of the shimmer shadow. Literally almost forgot to film an outro for this video, but I did finish my makeup. I just did a video, like I filmed for another video right now, swatching all of the different lip products from Kaleidos Makeup that they just released. So if you're interested in seeing that, I will be having a video up on that very soon as well. It might be up already, or yeah, I'm not sure yet, honestly. But back to this palette, I did really enjoy how it works. Did not have much fallout. It was super pigmented, very easy to blend. So if you're like me and you just need some more green and blue shadows, some purples, then this palette is for you. Or if you just want to like if you're just getting into colors and you want to try some of these shades, they are very easy to work with, at least in my opinion. So I will definitely be recommending this palette for other people who like these shades. It was very affordable. I don't remember the exact price, I just know the Norwegian price that I paid, which was 118 Norwegian kroner because it was on sale. I think it usually retails for 148 Norwegian kroner. So it's very cheap. I think it's about like $15 or something, and I got it for almost just $10. So very cheap. And I do really like the formulas, and I'm really into, like, I so regret not buying the C.L.E. I don't know how to pronounce it, but they have another collab with another influencer, and that palette is just so gorgeous. It has so many beautiful shades in it. I did mention it in my Black Friday shop with me video, and I did not end up buying it. I just decided I wanted to buy it exactly when they were out of stock. So I really regret not getting it, but it's still quite cheap. It's like $35 or something for that palette, so I might get it later, I don't know. But at least this palette is really good, so I do want to try more of their palettes. I do think they also have a warm toned version of this one with more yellows and red shades, so if you're more into that, then you could definitely be checking out that as well. So I do hope that you like this video. On my lips, by the way, I didn't tell you. On my lips I'm wearing the shade Mesmerized by Kaleidos Makeup, as I told you about. And for my highlight I ended up just using my Colourpop Flexitarian highlight. So that's it for this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun to make, so please give it a thumbs up if you also liked it, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. Bye!